So I want to take the time and talk about Pamela Voorhees in this video because normally when you think about Friday the 13th, the character that normally comes to mind is Jason Voorhees, and it makes a lot of sense. But the reason why I want to talk about Pamela Voorhees in this video is because I want to help you guys get a better understanding of the madness behind the character when it comes to everything that she's been through. And I've been wanting to make a video on Pamela Voorhees for quite some time now, so this gives me an excuse to do exactly that, which I am very happy to do because, I mean, it's always fun doing videos like this when you're just breaking down characters and discussing them. So if you guys have any thoughts of your own that you want to share with me when it comes to Pamela Voorhees, be sure to let me know all your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. So when I first learned about Pamela Voorhees' life, I was struck by how much hardship she faced long before she became the killer in Friday the 13th, because according to the film's lore and its novelization, Pamela was born in 1930 and became pregnant with her son Jason at just 15 years old in 1946. She was married to Elias Voorhees, who, based on supplemental materials like the Friday the 13th, the final chapter novelization, was abusive. This meant Pamela was navigating a challenging marriage as a teenager, which must have been incredibly isolating, especially in the 1940s when societal expectations were harsh for young mothers. By the time she was 16, Pamela was a single mother raising Jason, who had hydrocephalus, a condition that caused physical deformities and developmental difficulties. To protect him from bullying, she chose not to send him to school and instead brought him with her to Camp Crystal Lake, where she worked as a cook. This decision shows how deeply she cared for Jason, but it also set the stage for the tragedy that defined her life. In 1957, when Jason was 11, he drowned in Crystal Lake, or so Pamela believed, because the camp counselors were distracted and failed to watch him. That loss was devastating, and for Pamela, it wasn't just the death of her son, it was a betrayal by the people she trusted to keep him safe. The film shows her pain clearly when she later confronts the counselors, blaming them for letting Jason drown. I can only imagine how that grief, combined with her earlier struggles, an abusive marriage, societal judgment, and the challenges of raising Jason, pushed her toward a breaking point. Reflecting on Pamela's story, I see a woman who endured years of pain before the events of Friday the 13th. Her madness didn't come out of nowhere, it was built on the foundation of loss and betrayal, and to me this makes her more than just a villain. She's a person whose suffering turned her into something tragic and terrifying. One of the most unsettling things about Pamela Voorhees is her mental state, which we see in full force during Friday the 13th. In the film, she switches from calm and friendly to violent and erratic, even speaking in Jason's voice in lines like, "Kill her, mommy." Based on the movie's dialogue and analyses, this suggests she's experiencing auditory hallucinations where she believes Jason is speaking to her. It's a chilling sign that her mind has been fractured by grief, possibly pointing to a psychotic break. What stands out to me is how Pamela's actions show both delusion and calculation. She carefully plans her attacks on Camp Crystal Lake, sabotaging the camp with poisoned water and targeting counselors with precision, as shown in the 1980 film. Yet her conversations with Jason reveal she's lost touch with reality, clinging to the idea that her son is still guiding her. This could stem from unsettled grief, where her mind creates Jason's voice to cope with his loss, as it's if she's trapped in a world where he's still alive, urging her to seek revenge. This psychological breakdown explains why Pamela targets counselors who weren't even at the camp when Jason drowned. In her mind, anyone connected to Crystal Lake is guilty, as we see when she accuses Alice in the film. Her distorted perception turns the camp itself into a symbol of pain, and she's determined to keep it closed at all costs. This mix of careful planning and delusional rage makes her both terrifying and deeply human. When I think about Pamela's mental state, I see a woman whose grief has consumed her ability to separate reality from her pain. Her hallucinations and erratic behavior are heartbreaking, but they also make her dangerous. And to me, this complexity is what makes her such a compelling character. She's not just a killer, but a mother whose broken mind drives her to horrific acts. Pamela Voorhees' identity as a mother is at the heart of her character, and that's what makes her madness so distinct. In Friday the 13th, everything she does is for Jason, whom she refers to her as her sweet boy in the film's climax. Her love for him was clear even before his death. She kept him close, protecting him from a world that judged him for his appearance, as noted in the movie's backstory. But after believing he drowned, that love became an obsession, driving her to kill anyone trying to reopen Camp Crystal Lake. What I find striking is how Pamela sees her murders as an act of motherly duty. When she confronts Alice, she says, "You let him drown," blaming the counselors as if they were directly responsible for Jason's death. This moment, straight from the film, shows how her love for Jason has warped into a belief that she's protecting his memory by destroying the camp. It's not about personal gain or cruelty, it's about ensuring no one can enjoy the place where her son suffered. This distorted love sets Pamela apart from other horror villains. Unlike killers motivated by power or chaos, her actions are deeply tied to her role as a mother. In a 1980s interview with Betsy Palmer, she described Pamela as a woman who never recovered from losing her son, seeing her kills as a way to honor him. To Pamela, each murder is a way of keeping Jason's memory alive, even if it means targeting innocent people. It's a perverse twist on what it means to care for a child. When I reflect on Pamela's actions, I'm both disturbed and moved by how her love for Jason drives her madness. It's a genuine emotion, but it's been twisted into something destructive. To me, this makes her one of the most memorable villains in horror, a mother whose devotion turned her into a killer, showing how even the deepest love can become something incredibly dark. So that's my exploration when it comes to Pamela Voorhees' madness in Friday the 13th. Like I said, I just wanted to go in depth in this video and just talk a little bit more about her character when it comes to fully understanding the sort of mindset that she had whenever we got introduced to her in the Friday the 13th series. Now, I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about Pamela Voorhees? Do you guys have any thoughts of your own that you want to share with me when it comes to this character? You should let me know all those thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoy this video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you guys want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below, so be sure to follow me on there. Also, if you guys want to join my Discord server, the link is located in the description and is also pinned in the comments section down below, so be sure to join if you guys are interested. Also, be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I drop a new video on the channel. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.